In this video, I am going to discuss why you shouldn't do leasebacks to previous homeowners when you're buying residential property. When it comes to residential property, I have some strong feelings about leasebacks and I don't like them. So when you go to buy residential property, you need to be thinking about why the seller is selling the property. Sellers who are selling their property can be selling for any number of reasons. The first obvious reason is they may want to sell because they have a lot of equity in their home. By selling their home, they can get cash for the equity in their property. Another reason why a seller may want to sell their home is they want to get out of the underlying mortgage. They want to get rid of the underlying mortgage so they don't have the debt. And because of that debt, they may have unwanted monthly payments, or they cannot afford those monthly payments anymore. Or even if they could afford it, they may simply need the mortgage gone so that they can apply for another mortgage for another property. Another reason why homeowners sell their property is they simply have to move. They have to move out of the area. They may be relocating. No matter how much they like their home, they have to go where their career takes them. Another reason why a seller may want to sell the home is that the upkeep of the home is too much. And what I mean by upkeep is more than simply making mortgage payments. It could be the utilities are too high every month. They can't keep up with the property taxes. They can't keep up with the insurance. They can't keep up with the deferred maintenance or any other maintenance issues that may be sneaking around in the house. The point I'm trying to make is that being a homeowner is far more than simply making mortgage payments. And by selling the house, they can be relieved of all of the responsibilities of being a homeowner. However, over the years, based on my own experiences as well as hearing experiences of other people, is that previous homeowners often want to stay over. Not only do some of them want to stay over, some of them want to continue leasing the property. And when I hear that, I put an end to that. I say no to that. I make it clear that I'm not interested in doing any leasebacks. If I'm going to buy the property, I'm going to want full possession upon closing. Now, I know some of you listening to this video think that I'm being overly harsh, but you have to understand that where I come from as a homeowner or a real estate investor, when you buy a property, one of the things you want is full possession of the property. So if you buy a property and don't get full possession, my thinking is that defeats one of the benefits of buying the property. And when I buy a property, whether I'm going to move in or whether I'm going to lease it out to somebody else, I want to start clean. They got their money, I get the deed, but I also want the keys and possession of the property. Even if they're willing to pay me, it's not something I want to entertain. Previous homeowners often get emotionally attached to the homes they've lived in. However, if they're going to sell the house, they can't expect to continue to receive the benefits of living in the home. They have to move on. By having a previous owner stay in a residential property that you have bought, you are creating a complicated situation for yourself. Although it's probably not likely, you could end up in a legal entanglement with a previous homeowner over a property that you bought but didn't take possession of. By having previous homeowners continue to stay in the property you've bought, it really constrains what you can do. And because of these constraints, it can create unnecessary tensions. And although the previous owners have sold the homes, what you don't want to happen is have negative karma and resentments directed at you. For all of these reasons, this is why I don't like nor do I recommend doing leasebacks to previous homeowners. So after you've bought a residential property, what you want to do is take immediate possession so you can move forward into the next steps and say goodbye, good luck, and have a nice life to the previous homeowners. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. While you're at it, take a look at these other videos that I've recommended for you, and I'll see you in my next video.